The Israelites worshiped God at the Tabernacle. God gave them specific instructions for how to worship Him on a special day each year. This day was called the Day of Atonement.
On this day, the high priest Aaron would present animal sacrifices to the Lord for the sins of all the people. These were special offerings made in addition to all the animal sacrifices made by the people throughout the year.
Here's how God instructed them. Before he could go to the mercy seat and the most holy place, Aaron had to prepare himself. The most holy place was a very special area of the tabernacle that no one was allowed to enter except the high priest on this one day a year.
After Aaron bathed in water and put on the special clothes, he was to sacrifice a bull as an offering to God for his sin and sprinkle its blood on the mercy seat. Then he would take one goat and sacrifice it for the sins of all the people.
After sprinkling the blood of this goat in the most holy place, Aaron would take another goat and confess all of the Israelites' sin over it. Then the goat would be sent into the wilderness. This was to be a picture of how God has removed the sin of the Israelite people. He gave the Israelites many commands to show them what was right and what was wrong.
He told them to leave some of their crops for the poor, to have something to eat, to be honest and fair when they had disagreements, and to treat everyone equally. He told them not to steal, not to lie, and not to hate each other. If the Israelites followed these rules and all the rules God gave, then they would be holy just as God is holy.
God told them that if they would keep all of His commandments, then they would be blessed. They would have peace with other nations and have plenty to eat and live well. God knew His people would not obey Him, and there would be consequences for their sin.
And He said they would live in exile in the lands of their enemies because of their disobedience. But God also said He would not destroy His people. When His people confessed their sin, He would remember the promises He made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and be their God forever.
God instructed the Israelites to sacrifice animals to demonstrate the forgiveness and removal of sin. God gave His one and only Son, Jesus, as the perfect and final sacrifice for sin. Anyone who trusts in Jesus is forgiven of their sins and made clean forever.